Hello, welcome to Down with Dragons here on Monsters of Roll. I am DM Scott. With me, as always,
Kellyanne, playing Maven Corpseflower, a Circle of Spores druid who is I'm excited to be here. That's happy to be included, honestly.
And Mick playing Callan Den once again, back from the underworld, trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
Chris playing Viet, Dwarven Barbarian Ranger Peace Cleric, Support Barbarian, confused.
And Catherine playing Juniper Swift, who's just trying to hold it all together.
all right. Before we start into today's announcements, recaps, all of that, I just want to say Happy Veterans Day to all those who have given military service, and just thank you. And just in general, everyone, if you know somebody or like Mick, and you just thank you.
Yes, thank you.
That being said, that I just wanted to, it's today. It's not every day that we get to do it on the exact day of things. So, announcements.
Hey dear folks. Real good to see you again. I thought it'd be good to come at you from up country here. I am currently in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, so I've been watching out for deer. Haven't seen any yet, but that's all right. That being said, we've got some announcements. First one is we have merch at monstersofroll.com/shop. Yes, you heard me right. That is monstersofroll.com/shop. And there is a what today? Oh, I'm getting intel from the field saying there is a sale, 20 to 60% off, I think all items, starting yesterday and ending today. So go ahead and check it out. If you've been looking at our shop, something that you wanted to grab, go ahead and get it. You'll get a 20 to 60% off little discount, which is always exciting. At, what is it again? Oh, yes, monstersofroll.com/shop. We've got character portraits. We've got our logo. It's super neat. Go ahead and check it out. Also, we've got social media and the links down below here. You can get at us on Facebook, I believe Twitter as well. And you can send inspiration to your favorite players. Was there something that really tugged at your heartstrings, or, was a player character doing something that you just thought was really cool? Well, we want to hear about it. So go ahead and get at us in the links down below. Use the hashtag inspiration. Let us know what episode it's from, and let us know what it was, who you want to give inspiration to. And we will go ahead and give that little extra roll of fate to your appropriate character. It can be for any episode, past or current. So any of your future people, hello future people, can send those in as well. That's all I have for you today. I'm gonna be up here for the next couple of days here. I'm gonna go try to bag a moose or a bear or a deer or some, maybe even just a big old squirrel. I thought a couple of those today. So I'll see you next time. Don't forget to watch out for deer and tell your folks I says hi.
Please tell me there's a Patreon of Minnesotan Killian out trying to bag a moose or a big squirrel.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That would be amazing.
It's where Killian in real life meets the first Amika in the world. Yes.
A couple squirrels today.
Thank you for that report in the Upper Great North. We can tell by a little bit of the reception. You must be deep in the great Upper Great Lakes, in the forests and all that.
Oh yeah, don't you know? I don't know how much of that y'all were able to hear, but we're doing our best up here.
Most of it, yeah. And where it cut off, whatever sentence you kept going with, it jumped back in where it still kind of made sense. was perfect.
Perfect.
Good work.
So, last time on Down with Dragons, the group had finished dealing with Farinus Corvus, a dragon god no more.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Callan and Gret, who really no one really knew except for Callan. Things have changed since the beginning of all this, and we're both in a egg that eventually he awoke, and the group kind of took a little bit of download of information, took stock. Mr. Who apparently was the shape changed into that dragon, who was definitely a little worse for wear, and conversations of are we dealing with the city that's still under siege? What are we doing with the fact of, there is a certain unwanted or betrayed brother dragon god type, Zazazan that is causing a distraction around the city, and Juniper reached out and made contact with him, which that conversation didn't go stellar. But
Should have took Viet in on that conversation.
yeah, no, that definitely might have helped. I don't know. And after I feel like positions were understood what was going to happen. Juniper very quickly, because the group was deciding, stay here, do a little looting, help the city maybe, or, apparently Illison's in trouble because Callan remembered some of his time in the afterlife, or Helheim as we've been calling it. And Brother Love was there, and that he had died. And so, she's in danger, which, gave Maven irrational reasons to, want to go in a direction, weirdly enough. And then Blink was there after Juniper broke contact from Sazozan and was like, it's time to go. This city's gonna, nope, time to go. And Blink was there with a drawing of a pocket watch with a time, and was on time, and everyone hurriedly pretty much stepped through except Mr., who basically said he's gonna do what he can for the city at large. And everyone tumbles through, and a very special item, a long lost companion, an adventurer in its own right, just bumped into Callan. A special little ball bearing. The little ball bearing that could. And that's pretty much where we left off. On the other side, I'm
totally renaming this episode. You've got it. This is perfectly bad timing, but I'm going to call it The Ball of Returning Returns.
You know what? I'm okay with it. I full permission. So we're now in a new climate, the kind of the steppes region, and in the distance you can see kind of another city not far off. There's still fog here. The mist is thick, but with where you're at a nice enough elevation that you're kind of seeing over top of some of it, and the city at large below you is very sharp and angular. I am, just for copyright reasons, not sharing, but I am sharing to the group privately just to give kind of a idea. I used some AI art to help kind of drive some of the imagery. But
If it's AI, we could maybe do it. But
Yeah.
oh well,
that's all
I
right.
can
Later.
later. So it's a very barren area. The city almost looks like it's half grown from the rocks, with kind of the mountainous terrain around, and everything is, I mean, think Gothic architecture, except grab it and use that stretch tool just to give it even more of a angular feel to it.
You did an amazing
Kind of
job
a-
describing that. That looks
Yeah.
very much
Thank you.
matches the image you sent. Thank you.
Ironically, those are kind of the keywords I use for fantasy, medieval, sharp, brutal, stretched out, Gothic. A few tries, and that's what I got.
Yeah.
So, down below, that is what you see through the mist. You see those peaks. Everyone, just for the sake of, you have a kind of a moment to breathe. You are all, here. Callan just pocketed a item.
If only this thing could talk.
Oh, you didn't even look. There's like miniature bumper stickers all over there.
Uh-huh. Little lipstick
Cast in large
imprints.
on
and-
it so you can read them.
Yeah, it might be bigger than it was. I don't know.
Oh, he's growing up.
It's definitely more mature.
Yeah. Another fan fiction. So, everyone, roll me a perception check. And Maven, you can just tell me what you roll on. You have a +6.
All right, I got a 12.
Okay, so 18.
Ooh.
15.
15.
15 for Callan.
15.
Viet also got an 18.
18. All right. Viet, you won't have quite the full context as Maven. You understand what you're seeing, but Maven, you'll very quickly understand the context of this. At some of the peaks that are peeking out of the mist, where you can see some rooftops and some of the wall area of some of the city, you are catching the edges in the light here that it almost seems like there's a shell of almost milky white iridescence surrounding and around some of the edging of the landscape. Some of the architecture seems almost encased.
As a player, just
Okay.
for context, is this like the spidery stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
Mm.
Understood. Okay, I do communicate that with the group.
And Viet, you have definitely in your time at some point, even before, like saw some of this, but not to the extent that Maven did when she was on that island. And that Callan did. I apologize. I'm so used to Oliver not having that backstory. But you didn't roll high enough either way. But now that that's explained, you 100% understand the implications.
Oh.
I'll say something like, the island with the Hurdy Beach.
Imagine
The
Callan's eyes
broken
are still
glass.
adjusting to distances and clarity
Yeah,
and
Aliveness.
I don't know what island you're talking about with a
Daylight.
hurting beach.
Yeah, the beach was made out of like broken glass. It was the beach in the middle of the Lake of Mirabelle.
Oh,
It was in an
That-
alternate dimension.
sounds
Yeah,
pleasant.
Juniper, you're like, what island in the middle
I've
of
never been. I've never been to an
Oh,
island in the.
Catherine. Sorry, I thought that was Catherine.
Oh, no.
I give her the rundown. I give you the rundown of, like we've seen something like this before. We went to this thing in an alternate dimension, and the Hurdy Beach is just something that my behind fondly remembers. But yeah. Anyway,
That information is stored. Sounds terrible.
so welcome. It was not awesome.
But you fondly remember it, I suppose.
Well, my behind fondly remembers it. I personally did not have a great time.
Yeah, my brain's still going there, Maven, and that's not helping.
You're so welcome.
So,
And I was hoping that spider wax junk was not a thing anymore, but yes, that's still a thing.
No, they're. Oh yeah. I'm thinking that as the veil, I don't know how we want to call it, but I would say the veil between worlds, dimensions, I don't know, has come down. There's some bleed through from wherever we were on that island to Karat now. That's just my guess. I'm not 100% sure about that.
Listen, I just came from the worst dimension. I don't want to deal with other dimensions.
there's
Fair
not
enough.
much that could be worse than that dimension.
This is Hanged Fool's girlfriend's dimension.
Hmm,
Yeah, maybe, kind of.
her
Technically,
domain.
yeah.
Zash is
Yeah.
going to whose girlfriend is a what?
Yeah, you kind of were talking like you may have broken up, and I was.
Oh, we're
Sure.
done. We're absolutely done. I was there all that time. I mean, all that time and more, and like time was multiplied, so it was worse. I didn't even get a card, a letter, a hug, or anything. Nothing. Yeah, we're done. Done.
Good.
I don't care if she hears me.
Like done?
We're done. Done.
Viet will lean over to Zash. She will call and he will go back.
Yeah.
Some
That's true.
relationships can be like that. Toxic.
Hanged Fool.
So wise.
Do you? So they were like spider creatures that you think?
Oh yeah, they didn't have faces. Or no, they did. Their faces opened up into 4 petals, and they had spider butts, and they made this wax that paralyzes you. It was awful. They
Did-
are nightmare
Did you
creatures.
save any of that wax? Because that could be handy, actually.
Actually, I think I did at the time, but I will. Killian in real life will have to watch back the episode. Maven thinks maybe there is some somewhere in her belongings.
At the bottom of the.
Yeah,
Hold
it's at the
on.
bottom of the interdimensional.
Do you think that they were from the same place as that giant worm?
Ooh, maybe. I think everything's all kind of bungled and mixed up. I don't know if they resided in that dimension or if they were put there. Everything was. It seemed like they were more of an invasive species to me.
So it's not going to be fun, that's what I'm hearing.
Giant worm.
Yeah, giant worm. You missed a lot, buddy. We have a lot to talk about.
So remember I said about the flying ship?
Yes.
Well, it turns out when you fly high enough, there are creatures that can dip in and out of the bubble we're under. I guess we're kind of under a bubble. Like a big bubble.
Yeah. One of my traveling companions, when I was gone, he would rant on about stuff like that, but now it's kind of making sense. Brother Love would tell stories from, supposedly they were ancient stories from Sandcrest, and Sandcrest had some unique position where the old stories were still around because the dragons never purged all the ideologies. But I do recall like stories like that, a bubble in the sky and things like that.
It took Oliver and I a long time to get cleaned up. It was a mess.
Yeah, and then everything just disappeared anyway.
Did you see what's beyond the bubble?
No, we didn't. We didn't get far enough or high enough.
There was a deterrent.
But yeah. There was a deterrent, there was a worm. It was after that we kind of steered a little lower.
Good. Because he also told me about someone he knows who claims that there's like other worlds beyond that bubble.
I think
Wait,
that person...
did Callan ever become aware of Illison? Because that's who he's talking about.
Yes, there would have been. Roll me a history check, because here's the thing: that is a lot of sketchiness of the amount of time and all that. You know.
19.
Her name definitely rings truth, and like it's one of those touchstone memories. I remember him talking about that.
Okay. So just wondering if Callan would connect it to Illison is also Maven's daughter, the subject she's talking about going after to help.
I think if she ever specifically.
I think she talked about her when we were in Cyprus.
We did. Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yes.
I told stories about her to the kids too.
Oh, wait. So this
Listen, the brave.
Illison, that's your daughter, Maven. Yes, it's extremely important that we go make sure she's safe, free, unbound.
Well, she's already well. Okay, that's an interesting choice of words because we'll get there. We'll talk about that.
She's one of those disruptive forces in the universe that just their freedom is the highest authority in the universe, and all authority in the universe is affirmed if her freedom is affirmed. Something like that. Yes, important.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's.
Vies can lean over to Zash. This is where he usually starts dividing things by 0.
Oh my god.
Nope. That's already what
nods.
this is. Yes.
Maven.
Yes.
During some of that exchange where Viet talks to kind of Zash and then Callan bumbles a little bit, and you're just gonna hear in your ear just like, "Hey, and she's very important. We have agreement with her. We should help her. I helped you, and now we should get going and take care of the wee lass."
Just from my knowledge, Sentry, she is still free under your tutelage, right?
Whatever you do you mean that she's free of my tutelage? She's been promised.
Yes, she's been promised, but she still has her free will.
Hey, you still have your free will, as you gave her
Well,
up
for
willingly.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, I'm going to have some questions for you and for Callan about what that means. But for now, I think we should just get going.
I agree. Hurry. Mother-daughter reunion and all.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yep. We have a lot to discuss. So, where are we right now for my I don't know where we are.
Distance is a little hard to tell with the mist. The city is large. It is like kind of one of the capital cities. But I mean, you're probably a day's journey travel.
Okay.
more or less, depending on the landscape in front of you that you can't truly see.
On foot or are we in the boat?
What?
Are we in the boat or are we on foot right now?
Oh, no. You went through a portal.
I was here. I watched the episode.
Wait, it wasn't a boat of returning?
No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
Oh, good.
There is a boat anchored somewhere currently, as far as you're aware.
Cool. Yeah, tight. Cool, tight. Awesome. Great. Oh, good.
I don't know if anybody else is as beat as I am. But I don't feel completely ready to go barging in somewhere, guns a-blazing, swords a-blazing, hands a-blazing, whatever you use. I think a rest might help.
How about we slow down to a brisk speed walk and you can gather your thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're right. You're right. We should take a quick rest, get a plan together, and as much as I want to just keep going and get there right now, I know that is the smart thing to do. So,
Ooh, I mean, do we even know where exactly she is in the city that looks like
No.
a pretty big city?
I don't think we do, but I think I know how to find her. I think we can do that pretty easily. And I kind of mentally reach out to Sentry and ask, like, is that something you can do now that you're connected, as it were?
Well, that might be something I could do. But you've been so terse and a little bit of rudeness to me with all that. I mean, I scratch your back, you scratch my back, and then you get all, kind of bitchy about it.
I heard that my daughter's freedom is paramount to freedom of the universe, and I promised her to a primordial being, listen, Sentry, God love you, sweet angel. You're great, and I know
I'm feeling some
that
sarcasm, and I don't love it.
No, I'm not being sarcastic. I just don't emote very well. We know this. No, I know that she will learn a lot with an association with you. I do know this. It's just I'm worried hearing that her freedom is important to the freedom of the universe. That is concerning to me, right? That's not your fault. Okay? I know that.
Hold on to that. I have that thought right there. And you're just gonna feel like your eyes, whether or not you're controlling them, look over towards Callan, who looks like he has a thought.
I can help you find her, Maven.
Okay.
So do you
How?
have any thing of hers, a remnant, or just a really good memory of her, or
Oh, the
Ew.
blood between mother and child is always potent.
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, I guess
Well,
you are the connection, even if she's your daughter, right? Yeah.
She is.
Yeah. I can help you.
By the way,
okay.
just to remember, Mick, you can't hear Sentry.
Right.
It's fine.
Something was just something
Yep.
resonating in
Nope,
my head.
just-
and
It works. I
compelled
was just
me to say that.
I don't know. Callan and Sentry might be kind of on the same wavelengths in some respects.
I think I'm kind of
that little
There's
rookie
some-
upstart of chaos cannot match Sentry. One day,
give them
maybe.
some time.
Okay.
Okay, great. I've got blood. We share blood, and I've got memories. What do you need?
Just that and 20 minutes with you helping me concentrate.
Perfect. Let's do it. Let's do
Viet's
it.
getting his bedroll out and he's
Um,
just laying down right here.
Yeah, June's gonna kind of settle in and just kind of, she's gonna meditate with this sword because it did a thing, and she wants to kind of feel that out.
Hello, June. No, I'm just joking.
No, that's-
There's no voice.
Throws it across the.
No.
Okay, so I can cast Nima's True Compass Tracker. And with Maven's help, we can, if our target is on the same plane of existence and has not like fundamentally changed who and what they are, then we can find them.
Okay. Hey, ain't that a handy dandy little spell there?
Ideally, I guess that's up to the DM too.
So, you take, I'm guessing maybe like a little bit of like a vial of Maven's blood for a component.
Mhm.
And you spend 20 minutes casting. Maven, during this ritual at a certain point, Callan is going to ask for that memory, something that ties her beyond just the blood of blood that you share, but something to kind of help hone that focal point. What memory do you share and help him use to focus in on?
I think the most vivid memory she has, and the one that plays back in her head the most, especially recently, it's a silly one, but I think those are always the ones that you remember the most. When we first came upon her back in Sandcrest, she was helping and talking to some like school age children, I believe, just like in the middle of the street. I don't remember exactly what she was doing, but just seeing her from afar and seeing how just absolutely adored she was by the people around her. And just that feeling of that, able to, okay, you know, she didn't turn out to be an absolute monster like her mom. She did good. She's good. She's doing good. And seeing her for that first time after being away for so long that hits real hard for her.
All right.
And maybe the hair braiding afterwards. Maybe that too, but we'll go with the first one.
All right. I need, and you can add a +2 to this. I need you to roll me a history check.
Okay. Okay. That is a 14 +2, 16.
Okay. All right, Callan, I need you to make an Arcana check.
Okay.
As you spend the time, you take the blood component, you listen to the story, and basically as you're hearing it, you're like kind of theater of the mind, playing it out and drawing that mental picture to use that for the blood and the other components, the arcane components you're using to kind of bind all together. So make me an Arcana check.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
All right. So, first off, I need you to tell me how you see this metaphysical compass. Now, this can be literally a component that you're putting the idea of a compass in your head. You can literally have a physical object that is a string tied to a stick, a necklace that is the pendant, something that is your compass needle pointing north, whether it is a physical object or a metaphysical one. But I need you to tell me what it is.
Okay. So Brother Love related stories of Illison and her knowledge of something beyond the sky. So the guiding device in this spell, I would think looks something like just stars that appear and light the way. And kind
Only
of have,
you can see this.
right.
Okay, just to make
And-
sure.
And they have some storied depth to them that it's more than just an arrow pointing to a waypoint. It's conveying some sort of, the knowledge of where she actually is. Like almost a constellation appears.
Okay, that's
I
more
love that.
usable. So yeah, so as you release that energy and you feel that little just poof, go out, you feel that immediate draw to look up. And I mean, with where you're at, there is a little bit of haze because the mist is thick, but you're at least where you're at high enough up, whether that holds through all the time. But with the description you gave, you do see a brand new constellation. And at the forefront of it, think of whether you're thinking Orion's belt, like Orion with the Archer, or Sagittarius, like any constellation that would have meaning in that way. At the forefront of it, the focal point, which would be like the true north of of the constellation, there is the beginning, what looks like almost like a comet, and it is leading directly in the direction of the city, Sunder Keep.
And
Now
I know,
you
I
do
know-
know
Sunderkeep.
Sorry. Sunder Keep. I mean, that's the city in front of you. It's one of the capitals. Even if you've never been there, everyone hearing the description of it, like if I've never been to Washington, D.C., but I have an idea of what some of the highlights of the capital are. I've heard stories, seen pictures that are, whether drawn or not, I know roughly what I would expect to see. That is Sunder Keep. And so you get the feeling of that direction. This spell, you do know, is not a, perfect beacon of there they are, they're 150 feet away. And, it is, you feel that compass pull like a dowsing rod or a compass pointing true north. And you just know it's that direction, whether it's above you, below you, like I know it's there. You could close your eyes, spin in a circle 100 times, and then just point in the direction you're supposed to go.
All right. Yeah. Confident. Yes, we found her. Sunderkeep. This way. It worked.
Okay. Thank you, Callan, for this.
No problem. Of course.
Let's go get my daughter. Okay. Whenever you guys are ready, I'm gonna let Viet and June chill for a little bit, but when they're ready, we'll head out.
Right on.
I mean, the time, we can't waste the time, right? Let's go.
Are you good to go? Are you okay?
It's fine. We'll be fine.
Okay. Okay.
Would this have been long enough for a short rest at all?
20 minutes? No.
Well,
I'm happy to wait. We can, eat something. I don't think we've eaten in a while.
I
So
haven't done
I-
a lot of resting in a while.
no.
I technically haven't eaten or slept for like probably 100 years or so, so it doesn't matter.
So yeah. Let's make camp. Just for a
I'm
little
fine.
bit.
Look at me. I'm fine. I'm fine. Seriously, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Look at me. I'm
I don't
fine.
need to sleep.
I think the only one who truly is like fine is Zash. He's like, I did not do much. I would like to do something. I could take first watch at least.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Why don't you make yourself useful there, buddy?
Ouch.
I am not your buddy. I am his
Oh
brother.
no!
Okay.
And he's going to lean down to Viet. You're right. She will call him. And
Viet
he'll
is-
just start walking to take perimeter.
Okay, well, I can cut them.
Viet is totally snoring. 20 minutes, whether or not it's a short, like Viet is exhausted and conked out.
I can cut the man tension with my sword. So
Mhm.
yeah, if
Absolutely.
if Maven thinks we have time to rest, then let us do so.
I mean, I feel like after that description,
No
if
good
you're
to
even
anybody
doubting
yet,
it and you see
so-
Viet, it's like, I think the choice has been made.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
We're not supposed to wake him up.
Ow.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean. It's like, who's gonna do it? Draw straws. And Zash would 100% be like, not me.
Yeah, June's gonna sleep. Yeah,
All right,
Mhm.
Maven, you sleeping? I mean, you have expended quite a
No.
bit too. You don't have much left.
I'm
And
gonna
you have
meditate.
done-
I'm a wood elf, so I don't actually like sleep, but I'm gonna meditate and try to.
You're gonna do the
Maybe
equivalent of
sleep.
sleep, though. Okay. So you're still conscious. You're just And Callan,
Mhm.
I mean, physically, you haven't done a ton. Spiritually, I mean, it's been a couple centuries, man.
Yeah, and unaccompanied idleness is probably not the best place for Callan to be right now. So I'm either gonna fall asleep.
Or there are some items that you all just grabbed
Oh yeah.
that.
I could occupy
yeah.
myself with that.
You could. Who needs
I could.
sleep? You did that
Right.
for hundreds of years, probably. Feels like it.
All right, yeah. So I'll check out the loot.
All right. This is a loot. So I'm going to describe very vaguely the outside gift wrapping equivalent of each of these items. There is a large, slender box, probably, I'd say it's the equivalent of imagine like a candlestick in a box. A nice, that's about the right size. And it is got a little clasp on it, little, twist latch. It is not locked and sealed away, but it is shut. Second is a box about the size that you'd buy a new cell phone in. It is very ornate. It has a lot of runic kind of design to it. And it does not seem to have any very visible, clear latch or opening on it. It just seems like a very solid, closed box of an item.
Okay.
There is a candle wax sealed leather bag. It's like a hard leather case, like a travel case of sorts, but all along where it'd be normally where you'd open up a leather satchel, it is all sealed with a golden wax.
Okay.
And lastly, I gotta. Where did it go?
Did it crawl off somewhere? That sounds like Leech is doing it. Territory.
Why you gotta be like that? No, I saved it on purpose. It's a fourth thing. Okay, I had a very much more elaborate, like all of them, description. So this one is a smaller box. I think more around the size of like a jewelry box.
Mm.
Very annoying.
Oh my god, he's
very, very
very
plain,
sorry.
but at the same time, it is like, imagine that subtle detail of like a master craftsman who made that box, where he is making the most divinely made plain box.
Okay.
The
If that
platonic
makes sense.
idea of a box in physical form. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. What is regret doing right now?
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
You know, regret,
can
the guy.
refute unless we call the.
Hey, regret, what are you doing?
I was going to try to sleep. I don't like it that you call me that.
Okay. Do you have like a new name now, or
It's just always been Gret.
yeah,
You've just always been kind of a dick.
true. You got me there. I'll give you that one. Okay, you're ornery. You need sleep. I hear you.
I've always been ornery and you've always been a dick.
Valid again. So I was going to ask if you wanted to help me look at these things, but yeah, you should take a nap. You should take a nap.
You should take a nap.
What even is a nap anymore?
Yeah, taking it.
Is it weird to say I don't know if I remember how?
I'm afraid I don't know how. You're right.
I'm afraid to close my eyes and go back there. I'm not going to lie.
Viet is
a
giving
real
a master
thing.
class in napping.
Yeah.
How did we used to do it?
I don't know. I almost think it's like almost dying.
Very
I don't know.
loudly. Very loudly dying.
You give it a shot. I'll supervise just in case something goes wrong. How about that?
I mean, that, or I could supervise and you try it.
Yeah.
Just give me one of those. I'll figure it out too. Let's just stay awake.
Okay.
In the distance, you'll just hear like a little chuckle, like scared children.
What? Oh, that
Sounds
guy.
like another dick.
It's like the dicks assemble, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys had a call sign.
What is this? A lavatory? It's where all the dicks hang out?
Oh my god.
Man, you were funny or dead.
Oh my god, if you guys don't shut up and let me sleep, I'm going to murder you all. So
Okay,
Thanks.
okay, regret. You sleep or don't sleep. I'm gonna look at this stuff.
Do you want help or not?
Count my coins. It's up to you. I'm a dick. If I make a decision, it's a dick decision.
Yes.
Lose.
So either throw me a box or stop.
Here, take this. This. I'll give him the biggest object. Is it that candlestick shaped box?
Yeah, that'd be about right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's.
It's kind of heavy, so maybe if he fumbles it, it'll hurt. There you go.
Roll me a sleight of hand just for the throw, and I'll do a deck save.
Okay. Oh, just a 13.
Yeah, he bobbles it, and and he's just like, he's like, great throw, obviously.
Yeah.
He's gonna set it down in front of him and draw a circle in the dirt on the ground in front of him, and he's just gonna almost looks like he's meditating, but he's casting a ritual.
Okay. I'll kind of just shrug and leave him to it, and it's like, I'm glad you're here, Regret.
I hate you.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the tiny box.
Tiny box. Okay. So doesn't look like it's any kind of locking mechanism on it other than a little latch.
Okay, so I did all the little latch until something happens, I guess.
Yep. It's literally just like a jewelry box, kind of just a catch, and it opens up easily enough.
Okay.
Open it up, and inside there is a ring. Inside, set in place, is a silver ring that has a 3-part stone. So there's 3 stones in it that has an elaborate kind of filigree or fluting that is a circle, and then kind of a filigree of that line that separates each of the stones, one blue, one green, and one red. And as you kind of look at it, you can see that it very easily could move. Like the circular area of where the stones are inset can move.
Oh yeah, so I can turn it like a knob or something, like a dial.
Yeah, it's you literally like if you just kind of move it, it is so expertly crafted that it feels like just you could almost think of it like the D20 rings, where you zzz, like you can give it a real good spin if you really want it.
Oh yeah, I need to do that. I
Zzz,
have to.
Yeah.
So yes, I give it a spin.
All right. It spins.
And then it keeps spinning.
Stop spinning slowly.
Okay.
Roll me an Arcana check.
That was neat.
Hoo-hoo.
Oh, dude, it's a fidget spinner.
Perfect
Just
for
what-
Callan.
Yeah, just what Callan needs. That is only an 11. Whee!
Other than there is, as you spin it, some kind of weird disruption of you can just feeling out with arcane senses. It almost feels like they get scattered for a moment, but beyond that, you're not sure.
My senses get scattered.
Yep.
That wasn't exciting. Okay. So what happens when I put it on?
So you put it
Oh
on.
no.
Yes.
Okay. It's on your finger. It's very comfortable. Feels nice.
Hmm.
You feel the cool metallic of it.
Does it look nice though?
Oh man, with your outfit, yeah.
Yeah. I can carry off anything.
Why wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the man. You do
All right.
feel like even with that role you had, it doesn't take much to understand where it's like, oh, I have to make a connection with this item.
You know what? This is kind of boring. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'll keep wearing the ring, but Callan is gonna try the sleep thing.
All right. About that time when you are like, you know what? I'm just going to try to go to sleep. All of a sudden, Gret is just, you're going to hear just like a, okay. Yep. Everyone needs to wake up right now. For the love of God, we are doing this all wrong. Come on.
What?
Hey,
Oh.
come on.
What?
Wake up. Wake up. Hey, come on.
Regret. What do you?
Come on.
What is going
No,
on?
nope. You're not going to call me that after this. Trust me. Who knows the most about everyone here?
Probably
Maybe.
Maven, actually.
What?
Okay, I actually know who she is and who's nice as a person.
What just
Scared?
quit beating around the bush, Regret. Just tell us what you need. What
All
do
right. He opens the box and pulls out a rod. It is pure black, and it has all of this, like, it looks like liquid gold, but it's clearly not because he's touching it and it's not, moving, but it's like, it looks like liquid gold, like fluting all the way down it.
That's interesting.
Has it's so much better if who has a good imagination? I'll be honest, I'm not that guy. Oh, not you, you're a dick. Yeah, and he's gonna
probably has the best imagination.
Okay. This is a one-time offer. If you screw me on this, I swear you will pay for this here until we die again. And he's gonna hold it out to you.
So
He holds it out to you.
To who?
Come, you Callan, just take Dick, come on.
I got it.
Okay. And he kind of like, all right, point it right there. And I need you. So the key word is a good night's rest. And I need you to think of the best accommodations you could think of for our entire group. And then he's just going to whisper in your ear, it's a magnificent mansion.
Ooh. Okay, so I comply. I'm not sure if he's...
So, Mick, do you understand what that spell is, right?
Yes.
that's freaking awesome.
Describe what the opening looks like and the accommodations you create inside.
So since he trusted Callan with this, the opening, the accommodations, what they look like is something out of a, I don't know, post-apocalyptic dystopian Vegas, but this is like the richest quarter that has survived, and it's both like a red light district and a festival district. And it's just got like too much signage saying welcome, comfort, vacancy, all this stuff. And it's like blinding us with its fabulosity. This
is exactly what I'd imagine coming from the mind of a Deadwood kid. Complete opposite of the Deadwood.
And Gret is going to just see that door and that and he's just like, all right, so far so good. And he's going to run up to open the door to lead into the main entry. What does everyone see inside? And just give me a nice, 30 to 60 second. This is the theme of the accommodations inside.
Okay, it has a fountain that spits illusionary acrobats instead of water.
Tiny acrobats.
And it has beds that walk to you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Is this Beauty and the Beast? I mean, is it?
Only if I'm the beauty, I guess.
Does that make Gret the Beast and you guys are gonna fall in love now?
It does.
We don't talk about what happened in Helheim. So
what happens in Helheim stays in
in
Helheim.
There's just a lot of time. There's so much time.
Yeah. Okay.
So much time.
Whoa.
Things happened.
More
Nothing happened.
It's we're all good.
Swanky dangles in the hell.
We're good. I have no regrets with regret, but
is that what you call?
we're not talking about.
Oh,
Why
I get why
everybody?
you called regret. Mm-hmm.
Kellen does
sound
not
like-
understand that he's saying regret.
Yeah.
I've told you this before, Kellen. You keep saying regret. You
Uh,
keep saying the word regret.
no, I don't have any regrets. I mean, I wish I can drive myself crazy thinking I could have done stuff different, and maybe that's it. But no, I don't have any regrets. What are we talking about?
When sorry, what is
The
your
magical
actual
bed?
name, sir?
Name's Gret. Gret.
Gret. Okay. Thank
Gret.
you. When you say Gret, you are saying regret. Like the word regret. Like you are naming Gret.
Don't we have enough going on? Why do you have to be playing with me like this?
Because it's not my name and
Do
you've
I
been
look
doing
like
it for
the
decades.
person who is gonna play with you about this? I'm tired. I'm short and I'm angry, okay?
Your name is Regret. It's always been Regret. You're my regret. I mean, your regret. Your regret. What are we even talking about?
Okay. I feel like you have to unpack some shit with yourself.
He still thinks he got me killed.
I did get you killed.
Did he?
You did not. I chose where I was. I mean, granted, you and your buddies added to it, but I chose. And you're still a dick. And I'm going to bed. And he sits down without looking, and a bed encompasses him, and he just
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Mhm. And then the bed just kind of like offers just disembodied arms and hands for massages if you would like. And
Oh, please.
absolutely.
Oh,
uh-huh.
Oh, this is amazing.
The character of those massages is between you and the magic bed. So I don't, not Callan's fault.
Hey, he's been in Helheim for a
And
long
with
time.
yeah, no, after that confirmation, Maven also gets into bed. And I will see you in 3 to 6 business days, folks. Bye.
Maven is snail mailing herself back to us.
Chris.
Man, I really don't want to see what we see when the spell ends.
You really don't. You're correct. You really don't.
So Zash is going to, as everyone's going inside, just as nonchalant, like quickly, but also as gently as possible, kind of scoop Viet up and just kind of try to do a scooping walk, nonchalant, find a bed available and plop. And then he's going to go back out and grab Viet's things and follow that bed.
He's so sweet.
So everyone, I'm guessing, is getting some much needed sleep or not sleep and then sleep. I don't want to know the full details. We're not
Don't worry
RPing that.
Oh, I'm
Don't
sleeping.
worry about it.
No details. Sound effects are fine.
Oh no! Copyright!
That's not what copyright
Copyright on
means.
that?
It should. That's what it should mean. All right. So, with being inside of this mansion, and Callan, you still have the rod. Basically, that is a rod of Magnificent Mansion.
Mm.
It works once per day, and it stays active for 12 hours.
Mm.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
That's all I need, baby.
Obviously, there's food. Oh, it can be conjured, all those things. If you don't leave it, and here's the thing, if you leave the mansion with the rod, the spell ends. At the end of the 12 hours, if you have not left the mansion, you are spat out.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You know, this is great. This magnificent mansion is great. But maybe someone else should hold this thing. I think I'm just gonna, I see Maven trusts Juniper and Viet and stuff. So I think as Juniper takes off to go rest, I'm just gonna hand it to her.
Why are you handing me this?
Well, did you
No,
did you see the outside of this thing? That was crazy looking. Come on. Anyone could do it better than me.
I kind of like it, but you will have bad dreams.
What?
Um,
Why are you saying this?
Because I know that at first you will.
And nothing could be a worse dream than where I just came from.
Exactly. You just have to remember that while you're in there.
Alrighty then. I guess time to get to work getting through that. And Callan will saunter off and find a bed.
Oh, Silver.
So everyone gets a good night's sleep except Callan.
Sweet. I mean,
First night back, there's not even a roll. You will sleep, but it will be nightmares and fitfulness. It will be blurred images, flashes of hundreds of years of a lot of messed up stuff. There's not even enough context to describe the dream. That's kind of the problem with it. It is flashes. I would guess Callan would be the first one up. And when Callan gets down there, you'll see Gret is down in the equivalent of whatever the main area is, where behind the fountain, hopefully there's like a main table, and it is with whatever Callan would have thought of to be food available and drink. And you'll see, regardless of how it makes sense or not, because you're all trying to sleep or sleeping, and story armor, he has spent time with the other items sitting at the table in front of him, and both looking really tired, very probably a little traumatized too. Probably like you look at him and both kind of have that, yeah, we're not going to talk about that, or maybe you do. You tell me he's not going to initiate by any means.
Who's talking about what?
Just Gret had the same night's sleep you did.
Oh.
And he's not going to start that conversation.
Yeah, a knowing look is probably all
Yep.
we need.
Yep. And slowly everyone will kind of make their way in for breakfast, whether you had a good night's sleep or exhausted from a good night's sleep, whatever. And as everyone is having breakfast, Gret is going to kind of break the unsilence of people who are used to just waking up, fuel the body, let's get going kind of energy. So I apologize if I broke any rules that you all have, but I identified some items for you.
Oh, cool.
Nah,
Thanks.
man, we're good. Yeah, we're good. We don't have any rules about that, really.
And he'll look over at Viet first.
Viet doesn't even register that he's in this mansion. He's just eating.
Fair. And I've already shared the details, but he'll just kind of look at Viet and he's like, that shield,
Is a
it
good
was
shield.
divine.
It was cold.
Right.
He'll kind of bang it.
It was, and the thing is as you reach to bang it, it's not there. It is sitting on the table. As I said, I borrowed it.
He'll reach over and bang it.
And the metal almost seems to have almost like a note of like divine truth to it as you ding ding, like it's got a note.
He's a good shield.
Whatever frost and cold that was surrounding it, whatever he did or the time that has passed, it is no longer kind of as it was. It has been melted away. And there is, the color of the metal is, if you can remember the scene where you first see mithril armor in Lord of the Rings, like that level of like steel, silver. And it is a beautiful shield, and you have the spec of what it does, but he basically says like, you can summon divine energy from this when needed.
Like little girl, yes.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going to just go with yes, because you seem confident. And I don't care. But it'll be good against undead.
That's good.
Right.
We're going to need that.
They have green eyes.
They do. They do. This, and he's going to hold out the ring that was on your hand, Callan.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he borrowed things. He's got a crazy sleight of hand.
What else did you do?
Well, you never know.
Do I have like stuff written on my forehead?
He's got a crazy
You're
sleight
fine.
of hand.
He's got a crazy sleight of hand.
If you don't know, you can't regret it.
Ah.
You have he holds it up and he's like, this it's a ring of spell spinning.
Okay.
If you connect to it, spinning,
spitting,
and he just spinning,
spinning.
Yeah,
yes.
right. So if you connect to this ring and are wearing it, you have an advantage against any spell that is targeting you. Not kind of explosion kind of things, but like a specific you. Additionally, if you're fast enough, aka reaction, fast enough, and roll a nat 20, you can capture that spell to either send back to them or store for a later date, as long as it's a 7th level or lower spell. It only holds one at any given time, though. The leather bag, you'll see that it is got a crack on where the wax was. He pulls out. It literally looks like a swirling mass that even now, just when he puts it out and sets it down, it is in perpetual motion of gold and silver liquid. This is a bottle of true resurrection. If someone, I'll be honest, from what I know and the amount of magic in this, you could literally pour this over someone's hand and it'll probably grow back the rest of their body and resurrect their spirit to their body as long as they're willing.
Damn.
Or feed it to a corpse. And as long as the spirit is willing to come back, it almost doesn't matter how long they've been dead.
Dang.
Huh.
Crazy.
And then the box he has in front of him, you just see there's almost a reluctance as he's about to speak. Just from what little I know of all of you, who is the smartest and like most wise here? And I'm excluding myself from this
You need
because
both of the things.
yes.
Regret,
It's a
are you
June
asking that
personally.
as a joke?
Nope. This is someone who has impulse control and is smart enough to be scared. And I'm scared, but I still want to try this. So that's why I'm asking, because it can't be me.
As the entire group takes a step back.
I say, yeah, that was quite a chilling explanation.
Yep.
Probably me.
Definitely June. Yeah, it's June. Oh,
He's gonna
Captain, my
slide it
captain.
over to June and basically kind of with his hand still on it, wait for you to kind of reach out, grab it, and start to take it from him.
We'll slowly do that.
And
Is
as
it
you
gonna
do,
explode in my face.
he'll hang on
or,
for
like-
just a second as you connect and start to pull it back. He's just going to hang on for a second longer. I don't know if you know the meaning of what I'm about to tell you. This is a deck of cards
Come on,
that has many possibilities.
Can I burn it?
Oh, shoot, magic
I
tarot
honestly
cards.
don't think so.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh, cool. Cards. We can not be so bored.
Like immediately he's like, nope, I would not recommend that. But-
do I know? Like, do I know what he's talking about?
Roll me an
or-
Arcana check.
Yeah.
Anybody can roll me an Arcana check of like if you know the implications of what he just said.
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
Alan knows
What am I
exactly what it is.
Viet has a slight proficiency in Arcana. I'm going to roll and see if Quincy talked at all about anything like this.
Yeah.
Callan rolled a nat 20
Okay.
for a 27.
Viet rolled a 17 plus 2 for a 19.
Okay.
12 plus 5, 12, 13. It's a 17 is what I rolled.
Okay. Is Maven rolling?
Yeah, but I got a 10 and I don't know what my modifier is. So
You have a +2, so 12. So you know the least. You may have heard of it in the most vaguest concept of like a deck of cards that is just magical and anything can happen.
okay.
Yeah, like you haven't heard like you've heard like there might be magical thing out there that can do things. Just old stories. That's about it. Jennifer, with your research, because you rolled a what again?
It was a 12 plus 5, so 17.
17. And Viet, you were a
19.
19. You both, whether it be through stories, like with other adventurers, or reading our old occult books, or reference material, anything that you might have stumbled across in your research or adventures and dungeon delving, or just sitting around a campfire. There's a deck of cards somewhere in this world that's supposed to be able to grant wishes, but rue the day you find that deck of cards, because it can give things just as quickly as it can take things.
Quincy said,
Callan, you know what the deck of Medic is.
Right. At some point, I'm just like, oh, that deck of cards. And like Callan is probably just absolutely melodramatically trying to grab for them, then slapping himself away from getting them. And then like half the time he's Gollum going after the ring, and the other half
And that
he's
is reason
Samwise
enough for
beating
me.
Gollum back.
Viet will probably be helping slap Callan's hand when it gets closer. He knows enough.
Oh God. Do I have a bag that doesn't connect to calendar?
You have a mundane bag.
Yeah. I'm gonna put him in there. I'm gonna go like, yeah, I'm gonna put the not in that bag. Like, not nope, that was close.
We should we shouldn't. We should no. When the time is right, we should. But
Zash is like, what is it? I rolled a natural 1 for him.
Oh God.
It is a tempting of fates.
Mm-hmm.
it is the fates rolled up into a singularity and turned into a deck of cards.
Divided by 0.
Thank you, Viet.
Yeah.
Are we not tempting fate by fighting dragons?
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
that's
Only no,
one
that's
fate tempting thing I want to do.
If there's being one last person left, brother, then we draw from that deck.
How can we if there's one?
listen. The
Divide by
fates-
0?
Yes.
Aye.
It does.
That is why
it
you need to
doesn't
be
matter.
wise and smart, right? Right, Grit?
Gret's looking at all of you. He's like, oh no, I'm not the one to ask about this. I 100% want to, but I'm smart enough to know that I'm stupid.
See? Dividing by 0.
Yes, and this deck is absolutely fate incarnate. And that's something that even the dragons have to contend with. The dragon's authority is not more powerful than the fates. And right
Clearly
we
we
have-
keep it away from Callan.
here, that's a good idea. But also, we should use it right now.
Absolutely not.
Maven?
How about we
Maven.
go save
Yeah,
Ellison
no, I
first?
slap him.
Maven, you hear in your ear, oh, I didn't think that lasted. It's one of the few things I put here.
Of course. That doesn't surprise me at all.
It's a little
And
bit
so
of
I
me
don't
if you
suppose
want to
having you on
taste.
my side would- Yeah, well, I taste you enough. We're good. We're
Oh,
we're good
don't
for
turn
now.
it into
We're
something
good for
gross.
now.
Don't start flirting. now.
I wasn't. Oh my goodness. That's not what I meant. Y'all are nasty.
Yeah, a married woman.
Well,
Uh,
that's never
Yeah.
stopped me before. Just kidding. Oh my gosh, I'm just kidding. Okay. No, but I don't suppose my affiliation with you would give me any give us any like insights on how to use it better, or is it
Oh, absolutely. I could help you.
mhm.
the best way I find, oh no, free knowledge. I recommend playing a game. You shuffle the deck and everybody draws at least one.
Oh, it is a good thing that June has these
At
cards.
least one.
Because I'll be honest, if you're going to go pick a fight with a dragon god and you got no stone, this might be the way to tip that little balance.
I mean, that's true, but
I know,
well,
right?
you know, we're not fighting them yet. So
I mean, yet
don't say it was not on my side.
2
You're
seconds
not.
from now. Look up. No, okay, you're fine.
All right. Gret, this has been amazing. This has been Gret, if you will. Sorry. I've been waiting to do that for a while. Last one, I promise.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Are we ready? I'm sure you have. Are we ready to go? Everyone?
Yep.
How do we know where we are going? It is big city.
We have a compass.
Oh, the stars told me the
Or
way.
we have a calendar to spell. Yep. So we're ready. Let's go. Pack it up.
Yeah,
Let's get this pony show on the road.
Viet grabs a roll for the road.
Gret, you don't
Perfect.
have to come with us. You probably shouldn't, actually.
Life or death, poor decisions, adventure, all that.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean, the only thing I can say is if we're parting ways, I mean, I should probably be paid. And I can think of a dumb item to pay me with.
No, you can say that.
I'm not giving
Nope,
you those. Also, pay you for what?
Exactly. So let's go make me earn that little prize.
Yeah, I'm not ever giving that to you.
Yeah, you might not be alive to say no.
Well, if I'm not alive to say no, then you can have them, I guess. Don't.
Oh, that's a binding contract. And he'll walk out the door.
Yeah, let's go save your daughter.
We're saving someone's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Now we're throwing
Mine.
emotion into it.
Yeah.
Wait, is regret parting ways or coming
Not
back?
really. I had known her as a child.
I mean, he's leading the way at this moment. He doesn't know where he's going, but he's just heading towards the horrible looking city in the distance
Okay. Oh, he's in front, huh?
at the moment.
Nice view.
No regret.
No
Why
regrets.
you gotta make this
Oh
weird?
my God. Okay.
I didn't say anything out loud, did I?
You,
Yes,
you did, actually. You did.
Yeah. Thing about Helheim is you don't get to have inner monologues anymore.
That is not true. We all did, but you
I-
never did.
Yeah, I know for a fact that's not true, actually.
Excuse me for being very vocal about how I feel.
It's Callan,
As we-
it's okay.
Yeah.
No
We're
one is judging you.
As we get going, Viet would
I
take a
am.
good whiff of Callan and just see if he smells the way we remember. Callan, what do you
Oh,
smell
me
like?
too.
No. I mean, yes. But imagine
Like old person smell
like
on top of it?
no.
Baby smell?
Ew.
He just was born
I
out of
would
egg,
say
like newborn smell?
He smells like, okay, I don't know if anyone knows the smell. You can stop me if it doesn't ring true at all, but I love the smell of a fresh new book.
Mm.
Yeah.
Crisp page, you hear the cracking of the binding, smell of new paper. Stick it in a library for 100 years. And then let somebody who's going to war rent it out. And it's been traded hands, gone through the mud, soaked the edges of the pages in blood, cleaned up, reworn, read over and over again, multiple hands and oils touching it, and then put back on a shelf again for a while.
So a thoroughly used book. Okay. Got it.
Stinky.
But it's not necessarily a bad smell either. It is you can smell the wind in the pages.
Okay. So there is an element of Callan still in there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
More so than before. With the like that last time before where it's like there was that metallic tinge to, now it smells a little more true. Just aged. So
Thank you.
Yep. You all head out. Or actually, one last thing. I forgot. So as everyone's heading out, it's abrupt because all of a sudden this discussion goes in that direction. Yet you start to quickly go back and grab your things and start to systematically pack it like you do. And as you do, you run into a problem. There is an extra little box sitting there that doesn't fit in your bag, but there's a part of you that knows it should go in your bag, but you don't remember this little small little box. It's just made out of just almost driftwood kind of, composite. It's got a hinge and all that. It's got a little lock on it, small, and you unpack. And then you go through your systematic kind of calming, pack everything. Everything has its place and it's tight and it's all that, and it's not tight. And there doesn't look like there's any room, but at the same time, it doesn't feel right. It's like that ADHD kind of.
There's a pee under the mattress somewhere.
Yeah, there's something.
All right. Viet's going to just keep digging on this until he'll get a little focused.
Okay.
So he keeps coming up with this box, driftwood box.
Yeah, it's not big and it doesn't fit, but at the same time, it should go in there, but you don't even remember this box.
I'm just going to open it up and look just to see.
There's a small little braid of hair in it.
Okay. What color is the hair?
Just very quickly, the smell, like it's Mildred's hair.
Margaret's hair.
Or Margaret's. It's not Mildred. Sorry.
Margaret. Yep. Okay.
Sorry.
That's right.
Basically, it's little pieces of family. There's and not just from that you've collected in that moment. It was something you might have accumulated while you were down there and kept on your person. And this is something you locked away and have kept almost away from yourself. You've got, whether it be a scrap of clothing, a tooth, a blood-soaked rag, a cut of hair. You've got a piece of every one of your actual blood family in this box that you've lost. And you as you look at each piece, you remember each last moment. And I imagine you probably start to kind of almost hyperventilate a little bit. And then there's a hand that touches your hand that's holding onto this box as it's shaking. And there's a little girl who's just holding your hand. It's okay. There's always pain when you remember the things that need to be remembered. You're coming through the other side of your storm, Viet.
He'll pat her hand.
And she'll look very happy and just smile at you. I know you don't want to remember all of this, and I honestly wish you didn't have to. I don't like you feeling this way. But you have a very important purpose that I need for you as well. And you can't be burdened by your regrets. You have to face this eventually. You need to set down your burden so that you can join and truly serve your real purpose. Your family will. Oh,
go ahead. Wiping tears.
Your family will always be with you. They are your guardians. But you are also theirs. We all pass on from this life. But we all also pass on a second time. And that's when the last person who knows of us dies as well. You can serve a purpose and keep their story alive for ages in your deeds.
He's wiping tears and nodding. He'll take the box and he'll set it on top of his pack of stuff and just very carefully close the flap on that so that when he opens up the bag again, that'll be the first thing he sees again now.
Okay. And just as you do that, it's not a physical thing that you see, but you get the sense of someone, like a small child, giving you like a bear hug from behind as you do that. And then you grab your things, take a deep breath, and head out, catching up to the group. So the group will travel on for most of the day. You will definitely, with the mist and the fog, you will have moments where you feel lost, a little discombobulated. Definitely, this forest is encased in some of, like, there's spots where you just hit this wax sealed forest. But there is all of the evidence of, like, everyone knows, like, kind of the look of like spider egg, you know, hanging shells or what. Imagine that same thing, but that's on the inside, and on the outside is like that white wax seal around it. And so, but there's evidence of that everywhere, but broken open. You have not come across one weird, waxy, small or more humanoid version. It's vacant. There are no, and that's the other thing. As you kind of think of that, like, wow, there's definitely been stuff here, but there's no evidence of them. And then kind of as everyone has that thought, there's also that realization of, like, there's not even the sound of any animal or bird or insect. It is what a dead, like, and that's even with the deadwood. Like, Maven and Callan, you both think of the deadwood for a second, but then you realize what the real deadwood would sound like. And it is still and eerie and vacant.
Is the ground covered in this wax stuff, or
Sparsely. It's mostly around like groups, like a grove of trees, and a little bit on the ground around it. But then there's open dirt, and like this area with the being the steps and all that, it's not deep dirt or lots and lots of tree life, thick forests. It's like more open plains and rock, and then little groves. And wherever those groves are is when you run into that.
Okay.
You will eventually, thankfully, to Callan every now and then over the course of that first part of the day, and then he'll have to recast to rejuvenate the spell. He'll keep you on target. And you get to the edge of the Sunder Keeps with its very gothic, stretched out, gothic, sharp-featured walls and parapets, and even the opening of the drawbridge door that opens and drops down. It feels elongated, longer than necessary. It is broken, covered in wax. There is wax going across where this bridge would have been. There's pieces of wood, some of which ripped and splintered apart, other pieces encased in the wax. As you step in, you are all going to hear the sounds of distant fighting, distant screams, and alien insectoid sounds.
We found the party.
And for the fact of where we're at and what time it is, I'm going to say we're going to end there. A little early, but it's the right spot. But I will warn, we have 2 episodes left.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
And I'm giving full warnings. They potentially are going to be longer episodes. But that being said, we are finally hitting the end of Arc 2. And a lot is going to unfold here. And you all, thankfully, have had a long rest finally. I think it's the first time this season that everyone started to really feel like what not getting a long rest felt like after going into encounter after encounter.
Just fought a dragon.
Yeah. Not even 24 hours ago. And you're going to pick a fight again.
Yep.
However many, well, it probably wasn't days, but it felt like days going through all the rooms, the 7 rooms.
Mhm.
That was a matter of hours. Yeah.
Callan hasn't had a long rest for a century or 2.
Yeah. Either is Gret.
Zash is still fresh,
but-
though.
Zash is looking good. If anything, those pecs are just quivering with anticipation.
Chance to prove himself again.
He is
Poor
fresh out the
Zash.
box.
So I look forward to our next episode. I hope everyone will join us for the next one as we enter the Sunder Keep. And once again, thank you to all our veterans. And you know what? Mainly because it literally just popped up on my phone, and I think it's worth mentioning. Rest in peace, my true Batman, Kevin Conroy. But until next week, everyone have a great week. I am DM Scott. With me, as always,
Killian.
And Mick.
Chris.
Catherine.
Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.